Well, looky what we got here. Hey guys, welcome back to techgooch and back with another video review, and this one's kind of a tech jacket. This is one of Bosch's 12-volt heated jackets. It's pretty awesome. I've actually been testing it here for several weeks now. I got it kind of on the tailing edge of winter. However, we did go back into a cold spurt, and I've basically been using this as my primary jacket for the last few weeks to really give it a thorough test to see what I really like. Now, we are also coming out of Girl Scout cookie season, and I have 2 Girl Scouts in my family, my 2 daughters, and I'm actually one of the troop leaders for both troops, and I was also doing cookie booth sales with this jacket on, and found that it was pretty awesome. I'm gonna get a little bit closer to it as well, but I'm gonna go over at least what you get in the box real quick. You open this guy, you obviously get the jacket. You get the battery charger. Inside the jacket, I actually have the battery currently, and it has its own little pouch down here. You get one of their 12-volt 2 amp hour batteries, and then this is the actual adapter that makes these standard drill batteries that Bosch makes plug into the actual jacket itself. It has a 12-volt plug on the bottom that just allows you to plug it into the jacket. It does also have a USB port on it that you can actually use this to actually charge USB devices like cell phones, tablets, things like that. It basically will run continuously for 2 hours to charge devices. Pretty awesome, to be honest. And there's just a little red button here on the back. Also a belt clip on it, so if you're charging outside, you can actually clip this on your belt and use that USB port. Pretty awesome in my opinion. But the nice thing about this is this battery is just a standard 12-volt Bosch battery. So anywhere that Bosch tools are sold, your local hardware store, they'll have these batteries. So while you get one with the jacket, you'll probably want to have a second or a spare, and you can always grab another one out when you're running around at any of your local tool shops. The jacket itself, the battery actually goes down here in this lower inner pocket, as you can see right here. And I'm going to get a little bit closer while I'm doing this. So we have this lower inner pocket down here. We just have a 12-volt plug here. It plugs in. The battery then sits down into the actual item there as well. There is actually a little hole here that you can actually fish power or like basically a USB port down to. So if you want to keep your phone charging, maybe you have your phone up here in the upper pocket, which is essentially this chest pocket right here. There actually is little ports that allow you to run these cords from the front to the back, or if nothing else, you have it maybe like headphones, things like that. You can easily run them in and out of the jacket. So nice chest pocket just on the left side. We have obviously the standard 2 hand pockets that are in the front here. They have a nice zippered section here to actually where you can close them up. I do like the way that they have these, where they have the zippers going up when you close them and down when you're ready to use them. So it's a lot easier to unzip them with one hand to just stick your hands in. I like that a lot. It's something simple and it just works. On the sleeves, we actually have these Velcro pieces that allow you to actually adjust the thickness, the size of the sleeve, so you can have it nice and loose. If you want to be able to easy access, you can tighten it up if you make sure you want to keep as much heat in as possible. It just gives you that nice capability of adjusting it to whatever fits you and whatever works for you the best. This is a large jacket. I typically take a medium. My thoughts were, well, it's a winter jacket, so I do want it a little bit bulkier, because if nothing else, I want to be able to put in like a sweatshirt or something inside here. After having the jacket, the opposite is actually true in my opinion. With these heated jackets, you want a smaller, a tighter, a normal fit, not a baggier fit. Because these heated plates, on this one there's one on each chest area right in here, and then there's one on the back, the upper back essentially. Those 3 plates are what actually heat up. There's nothing in the lower abdomen area or the lower back section, nothing in the arms. And of course you could say, well, they don't put anything in the arms because your arms are constantly moving. You'd eventually wear out any wires or anything that would be running to them. And I think that's actually the case. However, after having it, these, as baggy as this coat is on me, I wish it was tighter because it actually would have been better in that regard. However, it was still very comfortable for its heat. If there was any way that they could get some kind of heating source in the arm of some kind, it'd be awesome to have it kind of like up in here in the upper arms, because it would just kind of be like a warm hug. That's kind of how I put it, at least. Or maybe in the lower back, because the lower back is always where you get a little bit of wind and it kind of tucks up in there. Having it on the lower back would have been really nice and handy. But I'm not going to complain too much because it feels really awesome. And there are 3 different heating sessions. There's low, medium, and high. When you actually start off in red, that's high. In high, you're going to get a maximum of about 2 hours of use of the jacket on a full charge on their standard 2 amp hour battery. Medium, we're going to go into that green lit color. Green is going to actually give you about, I've estimated about 4 hours. They don't actually tell you how long high and medium last. It's about 4 hours, give or take. Those 2 settings, both high and medium, are not continuous use settings. You're going to basically boost it up, get a nice heat out of it, and then you're probably going to go eventually down to the low, because you're probably going to get a little warm, to be honest, unless it's a really cold day, and then you can eat your battery up pretty fast. Then you have the low, which is blue. Blue is more of the continuous cycle setting, up to 6 hours on their standard 2 amp hour battery, and I think it's actually pretty consistent, to be honest. I would I would actually put it up to red to the medium, the green setting for 15-20 minutes. Then I jump it back down to blue, and then if I ever got another blast of cold where I got some wind or whatever that knocks me down, maybe I'd put it back up to the green and then change it to red. It's continuously, all you have to do is just hit the little button here on the chest, and you continuously cycle through the different heat settings. If you want to turn it back off, you just push and hold. So at any time to turn it on, you push and hold for, I think it's 2 seconds technically, and then the light goes on, and then it's heating. And then you push and hold while it's lit until it's unlit, and then it's off. It's pretty simple. Here's 2 big things, in my opinion, that would make this jacket better in terms of the heating, if you didn't change anything of the heating elements themselves. The light needs to be brighter, because in any kind of bright scenario, it's harder to see. Now, of course, you're going to probably use the heating jacket more frequently when it's less light out, when it's darker out, when you're more susceptible to cold. However, if it has any kind of light out at all, you're constantly kind of pushing your hand around it to look down with a shadow to make sure that it's on or off. I found myself that way. I've heard some people think, it's hard to see this. It is. If you have any kind of neck problems where you can't look straight down onto the top of your chest, it's not going to be easy to tell if it's on. So I kind of wish that maybe they would put it in a different location. But the chest is perfect because it's not something that's going to get hit a lot. If you had it anywhere lower, it could constantly possibly be bumped and pumped on, where the chest is a perfect area to have it. The second thing is, I would love to have a battery meter of some kind. It doesn't have to be on the outside of the jacket. Even if you had it on the battery the battery holder itself, if there was some way to tell how much charge was left in this battery, these Bosch batteries don't have it. Some other companies' batteries have it built onto the battery itself. I would love to see Bosch come out with a battery meter, even if it was simple as a replacement one of these holders, so that your existing batteries, you plug it in, and you can tell exactly how much battery is left on the charge. Even if you're out, some of my testing was, I didn't charge it. I wanted to see how long I could actually run it on normal use days where I wasn't using it continuously. And of course you get, I'm going to be outside for a couple hours. Is it charged? Well, we're going to find out. And then 45 minutes in, the battery was dead. Not a big deal because, to be honest, the jacket itself is actually a pretty warm jacket. A lot warmer than I thought it was. I have a standard fleece jacket that I wear typically from Mountain Hardwear that I love. Very lightweight, but it is wind resistant, or I should say wind proof. Love the jacket, but it's not very warm. This is way warmer than that jacket is. Not as warm as my big down parka, not as warm as my really heavy winter jacket, but definitely probably my 3rd warmest jacket I own, which says something. It is very warm. So that is the Bosch PSJ120 heated jacket. Other than these things that you do get information on other 12 volt and all Bosch's drill and accessories that they do have. It is OECO Tex certified. Basically, it tells you that it's dye and chemical free from any harmful substances. So that's really nice. It's got the standard 100 on that, and then of course your actual owner's manual. And if you can go through this, the only thing it tells you for time is that it can run up to 6 hours maximum. That's about all it really tells you. Otherwise, it does tell you how to use it and the basics in that regard. So, thank you to Bosch for sending this over to me. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if I was to tell people to go out and buy this, I do recommend it. It is a wonderful jacket, and I love it. I would say get a firmer fitting one. This one that is bulkier on me, I wish I would have gotten the medium. I typically wear medium. Medium kind of is a nice snug fit to me typically. And that's what I would actually have gone to if I had the choice to go back and remake my decision. But it is comfortable. And I really like the fabric. There's a lot of accents for reflective surfaces, things like that on it. And they did a great job. So, awesome job, Bosch. Thanks for sending this over to me. If you have any questions or comments, please post those below. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you have another heated jacket other than Bosch, and my dad actually has a Milwaukee, who he loves that one as well. I have another friend that has a snap-on jacket. He really likes his. There's a lot of heated jackets out there, and there's no wrong one. It's just that, like for instance with the Bosch, really easy to get a battery, really easy to get a service because there's Bosch dealers all over the place. So definitely check them out. I'll put links down below. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, catch you on a future review. Thanks for stopping by, guys.